Thanks for joining us for this breakdown of this championship fight at UFC 293. We got Israel Adesanya, who defended his belt against Sean Strickland, and Sean Strickland ended up winning this fight 4 rounds to 1. And I think basically what happened was Izzy was getting backed up the whole time, and Sean Strickland was coming forward, pressuring, and even getting out of the way of a lot of leg kicks and checking a lot of leg kicks. And we'll get to that later throughout the fight. But you can kind of just see Izzy was always getting backed up, throwing leg kicks. Sean partially checking or fully checking a lot of them. Over here in round one, he was, jabbing right here. This is when he went for the 1-2. Adesanya went for a left hook, and you could see Adesanya get knocked down. It was a beautiful setup by Sean, and here's follow up ground and pound. Izzy gets up, and it was a beautiful setup. Sean, fainted, and he got Izzy to bite with the goalpost defense, and then he did another one with his left hand, and then Izzy started throwing the hook, and Sean was already throwing the straight right, and that really landed. And I think Izzy was actually a little bit lucky to get away right there. He did get away though. It looked like it was getting close to getting stopped maybe if Sean had a little bit more power in his punches. And in round two, it was just Sean was reading the punches. He was seeing what Izzy was throwing and then countering. Usually Izzy does that to his opponents, and Sean was doing that, making the reads and countering Izzy while going forward. So he was really just doing everything in this fight. There's a clean leg kick landed there in round three. But again, as you can see, the punches, it was the story of the fight was that Strickland was landing the punches, the heavy punches, and Adesanya really would get a jab once in a while, but mostly you see, like that clean jab landed, checked right there on that kick. And that's what kept happening is Sean just kept checking those leg kicks and going forward. And I think, when you keep checking those leg kicks, it's going to have a right here. He had a nice left hook right there, got into an exchange. And that's what Sean was doing. He was throwing a lot of fake punches out there. Izzy was biting, throwing counters, and then Sean would load up on a big punch that would land. Right here, these are fake punches right here, 1, 2, and then the third punch landed. He sees Izzy bobbing, and he makes Izzy bob where he wanted to. This is where the mouse was on under Izzy's right cheek. From a big left hand loaded up. Right here, another left hand really landed. Just Izzy getting backed up the whole fight. And in round five, it was more the same. Ultimately, round three was closer, but if you look at it, Izzy landed some leg kicks, and Sean went forward landing some heavy punches, a lot of them landing in the combos. And even right here, Sean at the end, he never took his foot off the pedal, man. He just kept going forward, throwing front kicks in round three, and started doing that in round 4 and 5. He's yelling at Izzy, come on, let's go. I think he said something about, like, come on, fight, let's go. Something about China man or something, because Izzy was representing China. He used to fight there and stuff. And Sean was like, all right, why would you do that? You're America, or you're New Zealand. So Sean knew that he won the fight at the end. It was a phenomenal fight. Sean just showed that he knew how to block punches while throwing punches going forward. And so Adesanya couldn't counter because Sean was just blocking everything and the leg kicks as well. Izzy, true champion, really raised Sean's arm at the end. It was a really touching, beautiful moment, and raising the crowd up, in Australia, which, is definitely pro Adesanya, but also Sean, I think, really got a nice reception from the crowd. And he's even said in the post-fight interview, that the Australia in round four really pumped him up throughout the after the round, and it motivated him to do well in round 4 and 5. And so, thanks again for listening to this breakdown, and appreciate you guys. We'll try and do this every week now. Thanks.